and welcome to this week's episode of Intrepid Outdoors. We're in South Dakota and we're getting ready to go down and chase some mule deer and some whitetail. Stay with us, it's a great hunt.
Intrepid Outdoors has an ace in the hole this week with a very special guest making his debut on Team Intrepid. We're proud to follow former Major League Baseball player Kevin Gross, who as a member of the Los Angeles Dodgers threw a no-hitter in 1992 on his quest to take a pair of mule deer bucks in South Dakota. Now Kevin dominated as a Major League hurler for a remarkable 14 years. In the meantime, the 142-game winner molded himself into a dangerous hunter. After retiring from America's pastime, Kevin created, hosted, and starred in his own show, Hunting with the Pros, which aired on the Outdoor Channel. To say the least, Kevin has gripped the hunting world like the 90-mile-an-hour fastballs that used to dominate the big league hitters of the 1980s.
Well, after arriving at the ranch in South Dakota with Dakota Trophy Hunts, we hooked up with Philip Wilson, and he took us out on his ranch. We looked over some of the crop fields with the deer starting to come up and feed on, and the whitetail and the muleys both. We saw some tremendous mule deer and really got us excited. On our fifth morning, we woke up to some extremely hot weather. Things had started to change the day before, but it had really got hot. We decided to go to the eastern part of the ranch again and do a little glassing and see if we could find some other deer. And we did run across several bucks. We saw three really nice mule deer bucks down this big ridge. Two of them were shooters for sure. We let them go and we just make a plan for them maybe later in the afternoon. We headed across to another part of the ranch a little south, and we ran across a really nice herd of deer. There was one tremendous buck in there. There was a really big 3x3 buck, probably 30 inches wide, inside spread. So we were thinking, these bucks we haven't messed with, we haven't chased around at all, and we were going to think about making a plan after them. Well, me and Andrew, my camera guy, we put the foot to it, and we just started going along the break, staying out of a vision or sight of these deer. Well, we were able to cover about a mile of ground up and down through the breaks and get in a pretty good position. The deer were still feeding up on the side of the hill, and we got down below them downwind, and things got real exciting then. He's coming.
Intrepid Outdoors is brought to you by Ameristep, quality hunting products. Limb Saver bows, absolute precision. Blind Turtle, hardshell hunting blinds. Yeti coolers, wildly stronger, keeps ice longer. Replay HD cameras, life's in HD, replay it. Cat Pack, elevate your storage. America, free and independent, protecting our rights to access public lands.
Welcome back to Intrepid Outdoors. On this week's segment of America Free and Independent, we're going to be talking about additional elk tags, words that ring loud and clear to hunters all over the country. Southwest Wyoming has always been blessed with a stable elk population. This corner of the state is comprised of 8 elk management units. The terrain is very diverse, from high desert covered in sagebrush and cedar to snow-capped mountains full of pine forests and alpine meadows. The area has plenty of crystal clear creeks and streams and is littered with numerous springs and seeps. It is an elk hunter's dream. The area is also home to industry and agriculture. Numerous cattle ranchers cover the landscape throughout all of the management units. These ranches lease thousands of acres of this public ground from the BLM and U.S. Forest Service to graze their livestock. Hundreds of natural gas and oil wells also cover the landscape. In fact, one of the largest natural gas producing fields in our nation sits in the middle of this area. Some of these wells are at elevations over 10,000 feet. Each one of these wells has an access road, and these roads were built and are maintained by the energy companies. These roads are open to the public and are used by hunters, fishermen, and all other types of outdoor enthusiasts. All of the landowners pay our federal government a fee to utilize this grazing, and all of the energy companies pay royalties on these wells to our federal government. This adds up to tens of millions of dollars per year you and I don't have to pay in taxes. These ranches provide income and a way of life to rural families. The jobs that the energy companies provide are good-paying jobs with benefits and security for those who hold them. The interesting part of this is the fact that 6 out of 8 elk management units in this area offer our elk hunters the chance to take a second elk. With all this human activity, how can this be? Haven't we always been told human activity puts stress on our big game? If this is true, why then can we take a second elk here? Obviously there are plenty of elk. Maybe the truth is humans, industry, and wildlife can and do coexist. What do you think? Thanks for tuning into this week's segment of America Free and Independent. And remember, our public lands must stay open. The citizens of the United States have the right to use and enjoy these beautiful lands and their valuable resources. Welcome back to the show. Before the break, former Major League pitcher Kevin Gross had a nice South Dakota mule deer spotted and was ready to take the shot. Now Kevin can perform like a pro on the mound. Let's see if he has that same swagger with this nice buck within bow range.
I was going to shoot him in the bed. It was 30 yards. I felt I could make the shot. And, well, I did make the shot. Went for the lower part of the neck and got the jugular. A lot of blood. The deer runs up on the ridge. I was able to knock another arrow and get him at 45 yards. And I was able to put it right in the boiler again. And hopefully these 2 shots are really going to take this buck down. And we were awful excited.
Big buck is down. Goodness. There's no way we're losing this bull. This buck. This is what we hunt for, brother. Thanks.
Well, I was super excited to see this blood trail. Turn around yelling at my high-fiving with my camera guy. We headed down the ridge. Following this blood, it was an amazing blood trail, probably one of the biggest blood trails I've ever had to follow. Went around a little path of the cedars within 80 yards of where I'd shot him, and here's this beautiful South Dakota muley laying there dead.
Oh my goodness. Baby, look at the size of this South Dakota mule deer. Oh my goodness. That is a dandy. Holy cow. What a buck. Got him in the jugular. It's a little bloody mess, but it did the job. Unbelievable hunt. Spot in stock, folks. Dakota trophy hunts. Look at that. Well, I'm a new team member of Intrepid Outdoors, and I finally broke the ice. Today, I went for it, got in tight, made a good clean shot, and this is what you get right here. Team Intrepid Outdoors. KG finally scores. Big buck.
Well, Kevin put another one down for Team Intrepid with a nice 4x4 mule deer buck. But he's not done yet. Later in the show, we'll catch back up with Kevin to see if he can go 2 for 2 in South Dakota.
If you're as passionate about shooting giant whitetails as I am, you understand the importance of keeping tabs on big bucks year-round. And when we come back, I'm going to share some of my tactics that I've used to help me harvest some giant world-class whitetails over the years. Nothing fuels my fire like matching wits with a big, mature, dominant buck. Targeting a specific animal, then putting all the pieces of the puzzle together in order to harvest a giant buck is a challenge like no other. In order for me to be successful, I've learned that the better I am at keeping tabs on a buck year-round, the better my chances are at harvesting that deer. And I'm able to do that by using quality mineral products like 30-06 from the Whitetail Institute. By establishing mineral sites in strategic locations, I'm not only able to pattern mature bucks throughout the year, but I'm also helping these animals reach their full antler potential by providing the key nutrients they need at the exact time of the year they're needed. Hardened antler is 55% mineral, and if the soil in your area lacks key minerals, your deer aren't reaching their full antler potential. Do yourself and the deer in your area a favor. Get your mineral sites established now. You'll both be further ahead when season gets here next fall. For more information on their quality products, visit thewhitetailinstitute.com or call them directly at 1-800-688-3030.
Intrepid Kids is brought to you by Whitetails Unlimited, working for an American tradition.
In this week's segment of Intrepid Kids, we'll be following my nephew Keaton Stevens for an early morning turkey hunt after a nasty spring snowstorm.
Hey everybody, it's Keaton Stevens out here in Eula, Wyoming. It's about 6:15, 6:10. Got gobblers out here, ready to kill one. I gotta go to school in about an hour and a half. Hopefully I can get it done right here. solitude, folks. This is what it's all about. Nice Merriam's right here. Good, mature, nice, good 8-inch beard. Great bird to take.
Well, Keaton didn't have a lot of time to chase his turkey before he had to go to school, but he managed to stay calm and it paid off for him. Remember, whether they're teens or tykes, we need to develop our kids as future outdoorsmen. That's why America's wildlife needs America's youth. Now let's get back to Kevin as he chases yet another mule deer.
We're heading back to South Dakota, and we are going to be hunting with Sam Johnston, their opening day of rifle season. We arrived at camp on Friday afternoon, and it didn't take us long to get excited. We saw two really nice bucks come right below camp, right below Sam's house there. The lodge is right in the middle of the property. It's a really good place to hunt, and we were sure excited to get ready for our first day to hunt the next day for Saturday for opening day. And I was glassing at a distance with my binoculars, and I ended up spotting a really nice shooter buck at a long distance, and he was with a doe, and they were bedded up on a ridge. So Sam Johnston and I and my camera guy here, buddy Andrew, we took off, man, and we were after this buck. Well, we got on him in not too long of a time, creeped up to about 200 yards, found him right in his bed, got in really good position.
The toughest challenges we face every year is trying to remain scent-free in the deer woods. And when we come back, I'm going to share one of my tricks for beating a big buck's nose. When it comes to chasing giant whitetails, my #1 priority is staying scent-free. But my regimen doesn't stop there. It's not possible to completely eliminate 100% of your scent. That's why I use a quality cover scent like Evercalm. By placing cover scent on my boots, in my shooting lanes, and even on and around my tree stand set, not only am I covering what little scent I may have left behind, but I'm creating a pocket of scent around my stand that smells like real deer, which has a natural calming effect on any deer that comes within bow range. Be sure to log on to conquestscents.com for more information on Evercalm and the rest of their quality scent products.
When we left off, former Major League Baseball player Kevin Gross was getting ready to take a shot at a nice mule deer. Kevin's spot and stalk techniques have positioned him well to take a second muley on this trip to South Dakota. Now let's see if one well-placed shot can take this fine buck.
Yes. Rolling right over. That's a cool buck, man. Whew. South Dakota. Buddy Sam Johnson, we just took another good buck. When the horns are sticking up out of this grass, you got a nice buck. Well, here's another great buck here in South Dakota. Been down here with my buddy Alfred Lewis and his fiancee Shirley, and we've taken 3 great mule deer bucks. One nice 10-point whitetail, got down on the river.
Yep.
So I'm tagged out this year. But we're here with Sam Johnston in South Dakota. We've been coming here for about 8 years now, doing a lot of hunting, some quality animals. A lot of fun with Sam. Bring your family, your friends, your kids, and you can take some really nice deer. If you want to get a hold of Sam, you can reach him at
605-798-2200.
There you go. Well, thank you again, buddy, for a pleasurable time with all the friends and family.
We really enjoy having you.
Yeah. This year I was here on my anniversary, and my wife came in, so pretty special to be able to hunt on your anniversary. Most guys don't get to do that.
What an opening statement Kevin made with Intrepid Outdoors. The former major leaguer took 3 bucks on this trip, 1 whitetail and 2 muleys, both with gun and bow. Looks like Kevin's going to have many more successful hunts with Team Intrepid.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Luminoc. Always know where your arrow goes.
To follow us on our fearless pursuit of hunters' rights and adventures, check out our website at intrepidoutdoors.com for a full show lineup. And while you're at it, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I'm Mike Schmidt, your host for Intrepid Outdoors. Make sure you set your DVRs or tune in for next week's show.